If you're into mobile gaming, don't miss this. I got you. And we're back, DLG fam. Welcome to everyone. Welcome to all the new viewers. Y como siempre, bienvenidos a todos al canal DLG. Gracias por tomar el tiempo en venir a nuestro canal. Yes, guys. Thank you, Lord, for giving me back my voice. Finally, I don't sound like a 14-year-old going through puberty. And yeah, that was not fun at all. My voice was gone literally for about 3 months, off and on. But anyway, if you're into mobile gaming and you're tired of getting those tiny little Joy-Con style thumbsticks, I got something for you guys from this upcoming company that I actually did a video on. I'll put it up on the corner of the screen earlier this year. The company's name is ELO Gaming. And what is it? Bam! The ELO Gaming Vagabond. Yes, that's right, guys. This controller right here is ready to change the game when it comes to mobile gaming. And why is that? Because it features certain things that mobile controllers don't have right now. And what is that? Full-size thumbstick, guys. Let's go to the unboxing, touch base on this. And this is not a prototype, guys. This is their flagship release. It's available now for purchase, and I will leave a link in the description below. But first, let's touch base on how does it look and what are its capabilities. All right, guys. So here is the actual prototype. Let me show you real quick. This is what the actual controller looked like at the beginning of the year. Check it out. It does have all the little features that they said it was going to have. If you look at this, you see like sometimes this thumbstick will get stuck like that. Those are little things that actually got fixed. Remember, this was their first prototype. I will link you guys to the prototype video so you guys could check that out as well if you're interested. But let's get to the nitty and gritty, the actual controller, the flagship controller of ELO Gaming. There it is, the ELO Vagabond. Let's take this out right here. Let's check out the presentation. Ooh, nice. It has a little message right here for anybody that wants to read it. I'll just read the top part. It says, powering pros, creating legends. And it is a little welcome message by Team ELO. And there it is, guys. There is the controller right there. But first, there is a dedicated app for the controller. You can download it by going to the QR code on the card itself. This app is a dedicated app to customize the controller to your liking. And just to let you guys know, there's a few little items that they are handling when it comes down to the app itself. They are adding the ability to have a virtual controller. What does that mean? The virtual controller is what is located on the screen of your phone. If you do load Genshin Impact, Call of Duty, or PUBG, you will see on the screen what appears to be a virtual controller. That right there, they're working on it to allow you to remap all the buttons without the need of using the on-screen controller itself. So let's go ahead and take a look at the mobile controller now. And look at that right there, guys. That is nice. Look at that, guys. You got the Hall effect thumbsticks. This controller itself is compatible with both Android and iPhone. Remember, it is compatible with iPhone if it has a USB Type-C plug. And look at that right there. I already figured something out that I like. Remember, there's controllers out there that don't have this flex on the actual USB connector. This is kind of cringy. Not this one, but the fact that the USB connector was not movable like this. A lot of people on previous mobile controller videos that I've done got mad because I was inserting the controller first from the plug side and then the left side. So the correct way, according to the way that those mobile controllers are, you're supposed to mount them left side first and then the right side so you won't damage the port. But look at that. ELO Gaming stepped it up a notch, gave you that flexible port. That way you're able to insert your device. I'll show you guys right here at an angle as so, as you guys can see, angled, and you will not damage your actual port. It will be compatible with the iPhones that have the USB-C connection. So this controller does feature Hall effect thumbsticks, Hall effect analog triggers. That is pretty neat. So you don't get the same clicky sound on the buttons that you do on your triggers because it does feature mechanical buttons. And Just so you guys can know, there's another item this is compatible with, the iPad mini. I do not have an iPad mini to show you guys, but maybe later on down the road I might get one to show you guys on a short that it is compatible with that as well. So they did change some specs on the actual controller, and I will tell you what they are. So the actual width of the controller closed is 204 millimeters. It was reduced by about 10 millimeters from the prototype version. That's pretty good because it does make it a little bit smaller. You can't visibly see it. You would actually have to measure it. And the height is 108 millimeters from the top of the controller to the bottom of the grip. The depth is 51 millimeters. Now open, according to their website, it is 350 millimeters. Look at how big that is. I wonder if I can fit my iPad Pro in there. It does come in weighing at 198 grams, so it is a pretty light controller. So the general specs of this controller is their ergonomical shape when it comes down to the grips. It actually feels quite comfortable holding it, and it does feel like a full-size controller. That is indeed one of the features that I actually like. The fact that I don't feel that I'm out of my comfort zone when holding a mobile controller like the competition, where their controllers feel more like Joy-Cons. This feels like a full-size console controller. As mentioned before, it does feature the USB Type-C charging port, as you guys can see right there. It does have a pass-through charging port that you guys can see right there as well, and a 3.5 millimeter jack for everybody that still enjoys using a wired headset. Let's turn it around, and it does have back buttons, not back paddles, because these are actually buttons. But look at this, guys. If you do not want to actually use the back buttons, this is a feature I have not seen on other controllers. You can lock it in place like that, and you disable that actual button. That's a neat feature right there, because sometimes I feel like I don't use the back paddles as much, so I want to turn it off. I want the ability to disable it, but not just actually through the software itself. I want to physically disable it so I don't accidentally press it, and it makes the controller feel weird when you're playing because you constantly keep pressing these back buttons that are not functioning at that moment. This way, they're completely disabled. Another neat thing, guys, this controller does not use batteries at all. The Vagabond uses minimal power from your actual device, and it will not drain it. The Vagabond uses minimal power from your device in order to operate. So what are the main features of the controller? Compatible with Android and iPhone, USB-C connection, full-size Hall effect sensor joysticks, Hall effect sensor analog triggers, fully mechanical buttons, direct connect with your phone, and universal compatibility with various phone models and sizes. This controller does work with Apple Arcade, GeForce Now, Luna, Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. That is a nice variety of apps that you can actually play on this controller. So let's go ahead and check out what else comes in the box, and then we're gonna go ahead and test it. All right, so let's see right here. And you got this little nice manual, I would say. Let's take this out. All right, so you get a nice little Vagabond sticker right there. Okay, set that to the side. Here's the adapter selector. You're going to use this in order to select the actual adapters that you need for your phone. You start here, and then you go down the list. This, you don't need any if you have the pretty thick phone, but you go down the list and you're able to see there's a variety of sizes that you go ahead and pick out from this actual wide selection of adapters right here. You're able to select the sizes from the variety of adapters located within the box. They actually have this nice little insert right here. That way you don't lose them, compared to what you guys saw from the actual prototype. They came in a little Ziploc bag. Obviously that was a prototype, right? All right, so what else comes in here? You get the little manual. It tells you a little bit of the company right here, what's included in the box itself, and a little bit of info on the controller itself. All right, and that's all that comes inside this box. Now the only thing left to do, guys, put it to the test like everything else that we do right here in the DLG. We're gonna go ahead and try it out with my Razer Edge, and let's take out this little guide right here and check out what thickness do we need of the bumper covers right here. And let's go ahead and grab this. Nope, that's a little bit too big. Nope. Next one. Nope. All right, let's move on to the next one over here. And all right, so it appears to be 29 thick, I would say. And yep, let's go with the 29 thick. Look for 29 thick right here. 29 thick. Take this out right here. And you go ahead and you mount the one with the hole, goes on the side with the USB connector, as so right there. You kind of just gently put it in, and you got one side on. Put the other side right there, just like that. Push it in place. Make sure that it's nice and snug. You will hear a snap once it's in place. There we go. All right, there we go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and grab the edge and see how well does this work. Mount that there. Ooh, look at that, guys. A nice little glow. All right, guys, so I had already downloaded the app. What you do is you scan the QR code. You're gonna download the app. It's called Unleashed, and it does have the little purple logo just like that right there. You're gonna go ahead and set up the actual app. Let me do that right now and we'll come back to it. All right, guys, I set up my account already. Welcome to the Elite Club of Winners. Welcome to Unleashed application. This will be your central gaming hub for your device. Let's continue. Win more with Vagabond. You will have fun and more games with the Unleashed plus Vagabond combo. Continue. Get notified for awesome games. Let's allow all notifications. All right, so look at this game drawer right here. You're able to see right off the bat either the games that it's compatible with or the games that are already installed on your device. Look at that. That's a pretty neat app drawer right there. So let's go down the list right here. You do have these category style genres: action, indie, adventure, RPG. So let's go to action. It shows you all the games that are available that the controller is compatible with. Indie games, adventure games. Remember, guys, the UI is still under development as well as some of the back-end stuff. So you are going to get a lot of these items cut out the way they are right here. They are going to get better at it. That's what the owner of the company told me. And I really do trust what he said because I know that he put in so much hard work into this controller itself. So let's move along right here. RPG. Bam. Look at that right there, guys. Role-playing games. Shooters, you got your Call of Duty. B Squad, don't want to say the word because you guys already know what happens on YouTube. It demonetizes people for saying that word. PUBG and Call of Duty Warzone. Big, extensive genre library. Go down to the next item, my library. I don't have anything installed as of yet. And right here, you got all the basic info, my username, save those changes. And let's go to the options right here on the cogwheel. The neat thing about this controller, you're able to do firmware updates. Being able to push firmware updates to the controller to make it more responsive, any of the input items on the controller itself, as well as updating the app. All right, button mapping, look at that right there. You're able to assign all the buttons or reassign the buttons to the way you want them. You're also able to map out the directional pad. And let's see right here, you can reassign the bumper buttons and the triggers. All right. The left side as well, and also the back buttons. Firmware update. I wonder if there's a firmware. Oh, there is a firmware update. Look at that right there, guys. So the last firmware update was 8/15/2024. We're gonna go from version 1.3 to version 1.46. So let's go ahead and download the firmware and we'll come back to it. All right, guys. So as you guys can see, the firmware was updated. Allow Unleashed to access ELO Vagabond. Press OK. Bam, there it is. So now we're on firmware 1.4.6. LED brightness, you're able to adjust the ring light that's located on the joysticks by moving this little lever right here. Off, you got level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and full brightness. I like my controller to be full bright. All right, so now ELO Virtual Touch coming soon. As you guys can see right there, that's what I was talking about, ELO Virtual Touch. That's going to make the controller compatible with Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG, Genshin Impact, and any other controller that features a virtual controller on the screen. You get info about the Unleashed app right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and try out the controller with some of these games and see what does it work with and what doesn't it work with. All right, so in order to access the games, you go ahead and you click, let's say, Call of Duty. And it will give you a little bit of info of the game. That's pretty neat. I like what they did here. So it'll tell you what the game's genre is and all the other information. If it's a multiplayer, as you guys can see right there on the top of the screen, and also a little bit of information of the game. You press A to play now, and let's mark it as favorite because I'm pretty sure the game's not going to work, but let's go ahead and try it out. And look at that, guys. It launches the game. If I remember correctly, the Kishi controller and the actual app does not launch the game right away. It'll send you like to the App Store or something like that, and then you still have to click open. So let's go ahead and see if this actually works without the virtual touch. I'm pretty sure it's not going to, but either way, let's try it out. So let's go ahead and go into the training mode and try the firing range to see if it works. If it doesn't, I already told you guys the reason why. They're still working on the virtual controller, but let's give it a shot. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, so indeed, it's currently not working. and the virtual controller is in development. So let's go ahead and try out a different game and see how well does that work. And let's go ahead and try out Game Pass. It does say that it's compatible with Xbox. And let's go right here. Let's go to cloud gaming. Let's load up Forza, good old Forza right there. All right, we set up an event on Forza and we're going to try out the controller. Let's give it a little bit of volume. All right, here we go. Let's see if it's compatible. All right, so far so good. Okay, here we go. Oh, nice. Hey, look at that, guys. It's compatible with Xbox Game Pass. That's so dope. So you're able to do cloud gaming, and more than likely you're able to remote into your actual Xbox and play some of those games off of the Xbox itself instead of just doing the cloud gaming. Man, that's so cool, guys. So this controller does go for $149.99. I know it's a premium price for a mobile controller, but hey, who can beat a controller that features full-size controller functionality, buttons, thumbsticks, grips, all the way around? The only thing that it does not have, it doesn't have the rumble feature. That might be something nice that they could add on a future version of the Vagabond. But other than that, when it does come to rumble features, that will drain your battery a lot quicker if the device is not battery operated. All right, so now let's go ahead and try out, let's say, PlayStation. It does say it's compatible with PlayStation. So here we go, PS Remote. All right, I'm trying to load up my PS5 right here. It's gonna go ahead and check for connections and power it on. There, you guys heard it. There it goes. All right, guys. So currently, the actual Vagabond is not compatible with PS5 Remote Play because if you remember, PS5 Remote Play does have a virtual touchscreen. That means that until they have that actual section of the app working, that you're actually able to map out the virtual controller. So for the time being, it's not functioning correctly, but they are on the ball and they're currently working on getting that up and running. So let's go ahead and try out a different game. It's going to have to be something off the Play Store because I currently do not have an actual iPhone that does have a USB Type-C connection. I apologize to you guys for that, but I will be updating to the new iPhone 16. So maybe I'll do a short later on to show you guys that it is compatible with the new iPhone 16 as well. So here we go. Let's try out NBA 2K. All right, guys. So NBA 2K is also a game that requires a virtual controller. As you guys can see, nothing seems to work on it because it doesn't have the functionality on the app just yet. So let's go ahead and try it out with Steam. I ran Steam link just to show you guys that it works. It's checking for the controller right there. There we go. Gaming ELO Vagabond version 1. Let's start the gameplay and it's going to connect to my PC right now. All right, guys, there it is. Look at that. It's connected to Steam. And as you guys can see, you're able to scroll through your library. I wonder if you could actually minimize this, kind of fade out the actual on-screen controllers. So let's see, layout. If you don't touch the screen, the on-screen controls will disappear. And look at that, guys. You're able to run it all the way across. So let's see if I'm able to run Call of Duty. Man, I'm able to connect and run Call of Duty off my actual ELO Vagabond, as you guys can see right there. All right, guys, while the game actually loads, I am going to show you that the controller does charge via the USB-C connection on the back side of it. So here we go. All right, go ahead, plug that in right there. There you go. There it is, guys. So the controller's plugged in, and pull down the app drawer right there. You guys can see the little lightning right there. It is indeed charging. There it is, guys. Look at that. All right, guys, you guys saw it. It also works with Steam. So let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys think about the ELO Vagabond? This controller is very promising and I know they're going to deliver because it's already amazing just as it is. It does come with a premium price tag of $149 and I feel that it's well worth it because you are getting a controller that does have Hall effect joysticks, Hall effect analog triggers, mechanical buttons, and also a dedicated app. The dedicated app really helps out a lot when it comes down to games that have the virtual screen. And unfortunately, it did not work with the PS5 at the time being because the PS5 does require a virtual controller, which the app does not have available just yet. All right, guys, there it is, the ELO Vagabond. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys think about this full-size mobile controller? Yeah, it might not be as compact as other mobile controllers, but guys, it has features the other mobile controllers don't have. Full-size thumbsticks, Hall effect thumbsticks, analog triggers. What else can you ask for? I will leave a link in the description down below if you do plan on purchasing an ELO Vagabond. If you do, come back to the video and let me know what you guys think of it. It already has 5-star reviews on their website. Check it out. So if you're a dad, a gaming dad looking for your next mobile controller so you could go kick some butt, don't forget to check out my latest video. But till next time, guys, I'm Tech. Peace out. This is mobile controller number like 15, I would say. But this is the best one so far.